Good to see you.
Alright everyone, welcome back revenants of the 4th generation to Vane, and I have no idea what's going on with my video order these days, as I'm having some issues, as I said a couple days ago, so I don't know when you're seeing this or how you're seeing it, if everything's in order, but rest assured that the playlist will actually be in order for the road to 100, but what we're running here may not be in order of when you're seeing it, so apologies for that. I hope it gets fixed soon for the uploads processing and so on and so forth, because some of my comments along the way may or may not make sense based on other things that we've seen, so yeah, apologies for that. But we're going to be continuing our run through the City of the Falling Flame here with the Heimdall build-up setup that we had from last time. Okay, so we'll go ahead and run these as we don't take any damage really over the fire there. And we'll just go ahead and keep poking this guy and getting I-Core back and so on and so forth. And it is kind of no challenge for us, and if we get to a point where we actually need health back, we will switch to Usurper's Blade, and we can get 350 every 20 seconds on our health restored, so that's kind of a nice thing there. And let's go ahead and drop down, pick up our Queen Steel here for 100% reasons. Otherwise there's no real reason to drop down there. Now, as you see, we are definitely taking damage from the flames, so we are not invincible by any stretch of the imagination here as we take ourselves through this run. So it will be something that we will have to pay attention to all the time. Okay, now let's go for this fella. And as you see our health slowly ticking away there, we are going to have to keep an eye on that, as we don't want to be in any kind of area where we take extra damage more than necessary. Okay, so now that we got Cleansing Light going, we can get a lot of our health back, and it's really nice now that the fire doesn't follow us around. As that was a bug previously, it's no longer that way. So let's drop down here. Here's vestige number 1 that we pick up, and vestige B, that you would think would be the next one you would pick up, is not received until the very end of the level. So we will be picking that up when we have a chance to. Okay, we'll go for these. Okay, let's go for a backstab here, as we have some time here with the health regen of power of Cleansing Light. Poor monkeys, they just get overwhelmed here. So let's go for Usurper's Blade here to restore some of that health. Okay, come on, monkey. Where you at, Mr. Monkey? Hello? There he is. And let's go for Usurper's Blade and get our health back there. So that's very, very good. So Usurper's Blade is not a damaging technique by any means. It's simply to restore most of your health. Okay, so whoops, I was not paying attention there. So let's go for a backstab on this fella, and we do not want to touch his shield, as there's really no room in here to dodge around, so we will have to be aware of that. Okay, so we'll wait for these flames to die down, and then we'll head on through here. Now, to the left over there is the correct way to go, but we will go this way first. And we'll go for a bunch of backstabs. And here comes this fella over there. Now we've got several concerns here to worry about. But we'll take care of these one at a time. And since we have pierce damage, we continue to poke enemies and stagger them all over the place, which is really, really great. Okay. And as we head up here, we come across regen activation factors, so we can increase our healing much more. And now we got this fella here. and he's very problematic. And we get the noble silver, so this is where you would absolutely want to be using this. Where'd he go? There he is, and we're dead. Okay, let's get a backstab and get him off our back here, and we'll go for a couple more strikes here, and we'll stagger him. Oh, and we couldn't go for a usurper's blade, so Io there definitely helped us survive his onslaught of crazy twirling fire blades. And we did not get the plunge on him, which is why we if we would have gotten the plunge on him as we dropped off the edge, we would have staggered him and been able to do okay there. Okay, so now we have Vigorous Zeal going. That's good. And we'll go for this fella. Okay, and as you see, that does not kill. But since we have the ability to poke several people and put them down very nicely and effectively, we can absolutely go for all kinds of abilities here to continue getting our health back, while at the same time being able to stay alive for longer than a couple of seconds. So there we pick up our next vestige, which is Vestige C, which again you would think it should have been Vestige B, but that doesn't come till the end. Okay, so we've got 2 of the 5 vestiges through here for Skothic. Now Skothic is probably the most balanced overall sort of a blood code in the entire game. Now this is the correct way to go, is down that ladder, but we need to head on down this way and pick up the item and the ladder.
What's that doing there?
Okay, so a nice stamp. Do I even have that one? Where are the stamps? In here? No, in here. No, in here. No, in here. Do we have that stamp? Where's the flowers? I think I have to use that. There we go. Yeah, so we do have it. Okay. Good. Always good to check and make sure that you have everything that you pick up. Okay. So now, as we kind of ran this area here, we need to head on down this little area here, as it's a dead end, and it's very, 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 very easy to miss, as it doesn't stick out and it doesn't look very intuitive that actually exists. So let's go ahead and head on over here, and let's get cleansing light going. Whoops. And this fella's always creeping around the corner. Okay. And this fella will come over here, and we'll go for a backstab, and then a usurper's blade, if Io doesn't kill him first. Okay, we'll just poke him down. Didn't want to waste Ichor there if we didn't have to. Okay. Yeah, go get that guy, Io. I'll take care of this guy. There we go. Oops. Let's go for a launch. I mean, we might as well, since we're right here. Get some free Ichor. There we go. Oh, come here. Okay. Let's go for ice damage for Io and myself. Oh my goodness. Monkeys, no! There we go. And poke the monkeys down. That's always the best way to go about getting rid of monkeys, is just poke them in the face. So, and here you see vestige number 3 that we pick up. And then this would be the missile that we would pick up. And more monkeys. Let's go for a usurper's blade and get some health back. Okay, so that's this part here, and if you miss this part, you have to do a very, very long run back in order to get back to this area. So it's important to pick it up at the beginning, just like this, as you're running through here, instead of doing a whole bunch of backtracking and such. Okay, so as we continue on here, we come to this area, and we need to drop down and take on all these fine folks down here. Okay, so we'll head on over this way first and pick off this gunner, as he kind of ruins everything with the other guys around the corner. Okay, now let's go back and let's take these guys on. Oops. Okay. There we go. So that was an unfortunate knockdown there that we took, but it's what it is. So now we can go for Cleansing Light and go ahead and heal up. Alright, let's pick up the Awake. And we'll head on back through here. So the City of Falling Flame is pretty simple if you pair up with a Scothic Chrome on your Blood Veil, as you get plenty of Scothic Chromes through here. It's definitely worth your time to go ahead and pick one up. Okay, now we got cutscenes like crazy. So let's go ahead and drink some water as we enjoy the show. If the cutscenes actually happen. Pretty long loading times for these.
What a terrible place.
It's just absurd. It's him. Even now, humanity buds into a new world of possibility. Mido. Is that a memory?
Well, yeah. That's what vestiges are not of agreeance. So we pick it up, and now we're interested in finding out what happened to Yakumo's side of the story.
See the Queen? It's just absurd, Gregorio. Even you must realize that no progress can be made without sacrifice.
Sir, the vessel has been prepared.
This relic is a seed that will sprout our future. Even now, humanity buds into a new world of possibility.
See, Gregorio Silva wanted to seal away his daughter Cruz.
Relic transfer of the subject Italy suit has begun. Compatibility remains stable.
Split! I can see why she was cleared. Blossom into a beautiful flower.
Okay.
The crypt is complete. Now, it's the flower. Come now. We have all the time in the world.
So Mido is transforming everybody one by one into these like super revenants. So he's definitely got an agenda.
The successor. It was you.
Mm-hmm.
Emily.
So Yakumo has a friend
Let's head to the crypt.
named Emily, and she volunteered to become a successor. We don't exactly know why yet, but we definitely know that she volunteered.
Is that your way of calling for help? Hold on.
We don't seem to be taking flame damage, as all of us just mosey on past the flames there, so that's kind of strange, but okay.
How far have we come?
Alright, and let's go for this, and let's go ahead and heal, and we'll definitely go for stun, and let's go for stun and a gift accelerator and ice damage. Now we got this big boy here. Now he's gonna be pretty problematic. Let's go for a backstab here. I guess our stun cartridge ran out, but that's okay. Let's go for ice damage. Okay, and the more backstabs we can get, the better to put this guy down. Okay, and okay, one more, and we can go for some health there. Okay, and let's go for a backstab here and keep his flame spurt to a minimum here, as we don't want to encourage him to get crazy. Okay, so we can put him down pretty quickly and easily. Pick up the regen inducer and head on up into the next section of the level here. And if we go this way, we can just pick up the missile real quick. But if you drop down here, you can't come back this way. So you have to do this section of the map first. As you see over here, we've been kind of down there, and it gives you a vantage point of everywhere you've been already. And over here, this fella is creeping into flames, so we definitely want to backstab him. And this section of the map is all about trying to maintain high levels of ichor, so you can continuously be casting all of the damage buffs and such that we have access to. Okay, so that was the coffee beans, as this is I believe it's the only place in the game where you can find coffee beans, and 2 Gothic chromes to boot. Okay, good, and we're max ichor and everything, so let's go on in here.
Flames just go on and on.
And we'll poke the monkeys down. Where's the monkeys? Oh, good job, you. Okay, so let's head over here, pick this up. And they want you to be using the fireproof tonics, but you know, it doesn't really matter too much if you do or not, as it's only 20 resistance. It can be worth it. It just is not extremely, you know, on the high end of what you should be using. Oh, there's a monkey trapped in the wall. That was weird. Good job, Eo. Okay, I don't know where that monkey came from or what he was doing there, but that's kind of odd. Now, coming up here, we are going to have this big fat fella here. So we're going to have to poke him down and get him stunned, or we'll just go ahead and kill him. There we go. There we go. Okay, now let's climb up here, and we got a whole bunch of miscellaneous kind of items to pick up here, and so on and so forth, and just to kind of see where we are and what we're doing. Okay, and that's this area up here, and let's head on around and pick up the item at the end of the hallway here. And as you can see, just simply running around picking things up takes a lot of time if you're trying to actually 100% the game. But you know, it's fun anyways. Okay, here come these balls. Now they are weak to ice damage, so we will poke them down, and they're also weak to crush damage. But since we have Pierce, this is all we have, so this is what we do. Okay, come here. There we go. There's 2 balls down, and we got 1 more up here. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And it's nice that on the 3rd damage attack there, we stunned the little fellas. So that's very, very good. Okay, so let's go over here, get our backstab going, and Io will be able to take care of herself, no problem. So we'll just let her go. Now we're not taking damage at the moment, so we'll go for Cleansing Light. Okay, good. And we will head on down this way. And there we go, another titanium. So this is the first time that you pick up a titanium. Okay, and these monkeys drop in on you. Oops. Got poked by the wall there. Oops. Okay. There we go. Stun the ball. And chop down the monkey. As the monkeys are just... monkeys make me angry. Every time I see a monkey, I just get so angry. Okay, so there's the 4th vestige that we picked up, E. So we've got A, C, D, E, and no B. So kind of wild that that's the order that you pick them up in. But it's what it is. Okay. And we'll go down that way in a second. And what do we have waiting for us up here? Yep, Io, that's right. No. We got monkeys, of course. Of course it had to be monkeys, right? And if you don't have monkeys, then, you know, it's an easy game. Okay, so we pick this up then.
Pray there's something
And a burned warhammer. So that is the place where you find the burned warhammer. It's not exceptionally great, but it is one of the weapons that we get access to in this area. So kind of nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and head on over this way. And Io's looking at that chest over there for a good reason. And let's go ahead and put these guys down. Good. And he can get very, very damaging very quickly. And Io's killing all kinds of people there. That's good. Okay. Let's poke him down. Good. Now the other reason for going for Ice Pierce is that while you're down here and you pop up this ladder and you can't get to the ending missile as it's right on the other side of that wall, but you head up into this fella up here, and so we will definitely power up for him, as he's definitely not an enjoyable fight here. Okay, so we will get him aggro. Whoops. And as you see there, we are dead. There we go. So yeah, he's got tons of power and tons of abuse of you know, this little tiny area here. So it's really, really rough. So, but good thing that that is the last vestige now, and they put the last vestige against him, or with him guarding it, so that way it makes it for a very hard run back, as you most likely have not gotten to the last missile at this point, and so they make it pretty difficult on you there. Okay, so we owe Io a thank you, a couple of thank yous here as we've gone through these areas. Okay, but we'll go for these now, and we'll go for a stun cartridge and a flame, and we'll start this fella up. Okay, and we'll go for a couple of attacks here and get him stunned. Oh, good grief. Oh, we're dead. Okay. Oh boy, we are dying quickly. Let's go ahead and heal. And let's get Io back. Okay. So as you can see, this guy gets out of hand very, very, very quickly. And he is no joke. He's an extremely difficult foe. And we have to be kind of thinking about every little thing that he's doing here. Otherwise, he will absolutely put us down. Let's go for some help there. Okay. Let's go for a backstab and stop him from that flame damage that he does. Okay. Okay. And good, he's down. Okay, whew. That was pretty nerve-wracking there. And let's go for ice and stun. And let's go ahead and heal one. Now we're almost to the end, but we got balls here. Good. Okay, good. We saved ourselves there from that ball. Whoops. Okay. Oh, I wanted to pick that up without getting attacked, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The restand into the flames just completely destroyed us. Oh, and now we gotta make our way back here. Great. So now you know what it is. When you die at a very, very long away missile, you simply run. But since we don't want to run, we want to load up on Ichor before we get to the end. We have to kill people and get Ichor ups. So we will go through here nicely. Okay, let's go for Vigorous Zeal so we can go for backstab here and get Cleansing Light going. So that was very, very unfortunate for the insane restand into the flames, as that completely put us down instantaneously into two attacks there from that stupid ball. So you see that any enemy that you mess around with too much, they actually put you down and make you pay for your stupidity. Now that was totally my fault, as I should have been attacking the ball rather than playing around. But, you know, that's kind of what it is. Okay. Let's just poke him to death here. Good. And he got stunned there, which was really, really nice. So we didn't have to worry about, you know, taking extra damage. Let's go for stun. Come here. Oh, jeez. So this is where the restand is extremely problematic, as you can be restood into the flames. There's no frame cap on that. So if you can be staggered into the flames, you will absolutely be damaged instantly and quickly. There we go. Okay, you. What are you doing? What am I doing? Okay, good job. Alright, now we don't have to run down the different paths here, so that's very, very good. But we definitely do have to take out a bunch of these guys, as they will ruin us quickly. Okay, let's go for this fella. Good job, Io. She's over there launching that dude into space, which is very good. And we'll go for this guy. And we're getting good I-core ups here, so we can be ready for the Flame Atronak coming up. Let's go ahead and heal. Good. You sure did. Let's go for Cleansing Light. And this will help us get up here on the Flame Atronak. And if we can go for a couple of gifts here, we should be okay to take him on again. But we definitely need to be aware of what's happening. There we go. Oh no, we're restood. That's not good. There we go. And let's go for health. And let's go for backstab now. Okay, so we're getting some good damage in on him here. Good. Now definitely Sacrificial Edge is helping. Oh no, we're restood again. Sacrificial Edge is helping us exceptionally there. Okay. And good. Okay, these stupid balls. Okay. Now let's get some pokes here. So you can see that when Sacrificial Edge is active, we're up in the 2000 range for damage without offensive order or the ice buff. So it's very good. Okay, let's go ahead and kill this guy, as he definitely can knock us down and take away all of our progress here immediately. Okay, so there you can see that because we did what is that? Oh my goodness, Usurper's Blade. Sacrificial Edge was able to be used in order to stay alive from the damage reduction, or not the damage reduction. So the damage that we're taking over time from Sacrificial Edge, we're able to mitigate that and stay alive at the end of it by being able to use Usurper's Blade in between our attacks. Okay, so the successor of the Claw is weak to Ice Crush, and she can't be stunned or anything like that, but she can be poisoned. So we could go for a poison kill on her with the Assassin Sickle, if we want to try and go for that. So we'll see here that her stun is, or that she's impervious to stun, as but we have to do Vestiges first. Okay. Hello, Thebe. Not a problem. So you can see here that we got all three Vestiges here to watch, which is very good. Okay, and here we go. We'll find out a little more about Yakumo and his crew. Miguel.
I can't walk anymore.
Come on, fight. It's just a bit farther. We're all going back home alive.
So remember, Miguel was the gilded hunter, and we fought him in the previous episode.
We're heading back to the front after the heat, right? And I want to make sure I go out there with a full tank.
Are you hanging in there, Emily?
Yakumo's eating his onigiri.
Your onigiri really did the trick, Yakumo.
Fighting went on for a while. Take it easy. Watch yourself.
So the three of them were in the military together.
What are you doing here? You need to get some rest or else you're gonna be all groggy.
I think we'll have to listen to Mido forever. It makes it hard for him to fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. I don't intend to let that happen. I promise, one of these days we're going to take our freedom back. I mean all of us. Together.
Yeah, I like the sound of it. No idea what I'd do without you guys.
Well, I don't know. Maybe marry a nice man, settle down, have a couple of kids. Or there's one eligible bachelor in our party that, oh, I don't know, Emily. I just don't know. But, you know, it wouldn't be anime without a cheesy plotline like that. That really tugs at your heartstrings, that makes people angry that the characters aren't saying what they should be saying. But, you know, it's nice. It's a nice story arc about friends. Okay. Yeah, so apologies again about the crazy upload schedule here, that it's kind of all over the place, but it's what I have available to me at this point. So yeah, sorry about that. We'll deal with it as it comes. All right. So now we find out a little bit more about what happens with Miguel.
What do we do even face this? It looks like they've got us surrounded. We need to open an exit.
I'll create a distraction. Both of you to use it to escape.
Destroying their footing should slow them down. Can we do that, Emily?
You bet. Just say when.
Emily's a trooper. She definitely
Saved our hides this time. Some sharp thinking.
is a good friend.
It's because I'm always watching you, Yakumo. My body just responded on its own.
You're watching me?
You know, as an example of what to do. I need to learn how to pull my own weight, right?
I like your attitude.
You don't like her?
Looks like we don't have time to sit around and chat.
Come on, Yakumo. Just say I like you. That's all you gotta do, man. That's all you gotta do. Sometimes you just really gotta wonder.
Damn it. I'm gonna buy you some time, so run while you can.
Don't be ridiculous. We aren't going to leave you behind.
It's either that or all of us at lunch. I want at least you two to get out of here.
Lunch, like onigiri? So again, Yakumo and Emily and Miguel, all very noble causes.
God damn it! Keep your eyes forward and move!
Mm-hmm. So I'm getting chills as I'm watching this. It's pretty awesome to see loyalty and sacrifice and nobility still exist in the world. And some of those things are being undermined in different ways. Okie dokie. So we got pretty long load times here, unfortunately, but we're still trying to get videos up and do different things, so it's taking a toll here. So Skothic is an exceptional blood code, as it can be morphed into almost anything. It can be a dexing code. It can be a strength code, it can be a willpower code, a mind code, or a fortitude and vitality code. I mean, it can be pretty much anything you want it to be, because it's very well balanced.
Finally awakening.
We were surrounded by those monsters, and then
That bastard Mido told you when I woke up. Apparently, he brought us back to life as revenants.
Hmm.
We are the only ones. He's done the same thing to Yakumo and the others too. He's waiting for me to wake up. Much else
So, there you go. They actually died there in that last
Only
cutscene.
two of you woke up. Well, I guess it will have to do. It's time to put you to work.
are you kidding me? Why would we ever listen to you again?
Because obedience is your only option.
See, here he's still the researcher.
Dispose of your sleeping friends, that is. You son of a... Your task is simple. Defend me from the frenzied queen. Lay down your very life should it prove necessary. I expect you to serve me diligently in this business.
Yeah, okay, buddy. Sure. So there you can see that he's still a regular person. He has not transformed himself yet into the big baddie that he is later on.
Just as
No, that would suck.
each time, I felt something important was slipped away. The only thing I had to look forward to was the day when Yakumo would finally wake up.
Hmm. But you get reunited here, Emily, and you blow it.
Excellent. Your efforts have provided me with a fine sample. The queen will fall, and humanity's next evolution will blossom.
I do like Mido's voice, though.
Continued success with you.
They chose a really good voice actor for him. Okay, we continue on through here. Doo-doo-doo-doo. So I hope everyone's been enjoying the road to 100. It's gonna get a lot more interesting here after we finish the 100% run, since this is everything in the game, kind of in one place in one run, and we're already, I think, like 15 or 16 episodes in or something like that just for this run alone, as it is very, very long, which is why I typically don't do a 100% run at all, ever, because I did it like 3 or 4 times when I was playing just back on the regular stars, before I started even the channel at 20 stars.
I've been please.
And it's very, very long. So now you see there, we have no more vestiges to restore, so we are free to move on into the fight, and we are definitely going to go for all our power-ups here, and we'll go for not this, we will go for poison, I guess we'll go for poison, this, and where's poison, and we'll go for poison on her, as this will be something we can do that would be a little bit different than just bashing her to pieces. Okay, so okay, good, and this, probably we won't need this, but we can go for flame protection, as that'll give us 45 more fire resistance, and we can go for a fireproof tonic that gives us 20 more, so we should be up to 65 more, so that'll be 120 and 133, so that's pretty high, that's pretty good. So we should be okay here, and as offensive order lowers our damage, or lowers our defenses, we definitely don't want to be killing ourselves prematurely. Okay, and we can go for this, and that helps EO as well. Okay, there we go, and we will go for sacrificial edge, and venom, and this, and heal, and we will go for where is it? Chariot rush. Okay, and we'll go for the things. Okay, and hopefully we have enough time here to get our things going, and we can get through the fight in one go. She sees us. Dun, dun, dun. See, now the four of us are always traveling together, but for some reason, only one of us shows up. Dun dun dun. Hello, Emily Sue. You're looking on fire today.
It's just like what happened with Nicola.
Emily!
Meow. Here we go.
Don't be reckless. We have to.
We have to what?
You're kidding, right?
Go ahead and finish your sentence, Louis. We have to what?
We're all alone, Emily. It must have been so hard.
We have to put the kitty down? Why, yes we do.
But not anymore. I'll bring your suffering to an end. Just hold on. A little while longer.
No problem. We're looking good in yellow. Okay, now here we go with the kitty fight. Now we'll try and get her poisoned as fast as possible, so she'll take damage over time, and then we'll continue to slash her up. Okay, here we go. Now she's already poisoned. That's really good. Oh, okay, let's go for a charge attack there. Okay. Oops. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. Let's give us ice damage. Oops, there she is. Now, as you can see, she takes really, really good damage to us, and we can do really good damage to her, no matter what. And we can poison her very easily and very effectively. Okay, one more, and there's the kitty. So there's a non-invincibility kill, which is really nice to get that kind of a kill, as she's very problematic as she gets into phase 2 there. Okay. More cutscenes, probably the longest set of cutscenes back to back to back here in the game. So strap in, grab your popcorn, and enjoy the show here. Now, we did fairly well. We had the one death, which was really unfortunate, and we did pretty well as we came through the rest of it. Even though we're not invincible and we could definitely die,
Please, make it quick.
it definitely Heimdall
I owe you big time for this.
definitely served us well. Okay. Let's go ahead and drink some water. Animate tentacles. Apparently those are illegal these days. Nice shot there. Bandai knows what they're doing. Their film director must watch a lot of anime. Alright, now we find out a lot more about what Mido's doing and what happened with Emily. Can't see.
What are you doing there, child? Those pitiful creatures have fallen.
Now there's Emily, and if we crawl over this way,
No,
we can
still asleep.
get up on here and come up into this corner, and there's Mido up there.
We don't have the luxury to contemplate bloomers. However,
There's Emily down there in the trash pile, and you see Miguel and Yakumo next to her.
Wait. Whatever you want to do, just do it to me.
an intriguing offer.
An intriguing offer indeed.
Keep your grubby fingers off them.
And we don't actually fall until the very end because we're at the highest point there in the trash pile, if you didn't know that. Okay, there's the door. So Emily volunteered in defense of her friends.
Keep everyone safe. I promise.
See? Sure thing. We'll make cool. We'll make several lunch boxes full of onigiri, just for you, Emily.
Yes.
Also a cool place for screenshots.
A temperate will has the power to resist the relic's corruption. Soon, humanity will rise to a higher plane of existence, knowing all, transcending all, and eventually consuming all. Just wait, Mido.
So
In the end, I will come for
he's got some plan here to go after the red mist itself and mess with Silva and his current state. So we'll have to wait and see what that means. So his ultimate plan is the red mist. So, and if you think about it, in the end, he almost succeeded. If you know the ending. Come on, Yakumo. Get over there, give her a hug. You're just standing there smiling at her. Dude, go. Oh, anime. There you go, Louie. Sometimes a friend just needs a push.
Hey,
Yakumo! No way! It really is you, Yakumo! You're all better, too!
Emily seems pretty cool. She's pretty chill.
That's so wonderful!
She seems like
sorry it
someone
took
I
me
would
so
have been
long to
friends
get
with in
here,
high school.
but, well,
Don't worry. It was my decision, after all.
I was supposed to keep you all safe. I'm sorry, Emily.
Come on, Yakumo. We like you because you're always pushing forward and not dwelling on the past.
Yeah.
We all looked up to you growing up. So pull yourself together already.
Sorry.
He's been hanging
What
around
did I
Louis
just
too
say?
long.
You're still as fierce as ever, aren't you?
I really am glad, though. I didn't think I would ever see you again.
You probably wouldn't have.
Thank you, Yakumo.
What are you talking about? We did this. Oh my goodness, my eyes.
I guess stomachs don't know any better.
Here, take this.
You're onigiri! I've been waiting for this.
Well, that was a
So
healthy
good.
bite. Mia thought it was funny too.
That was wonderful.
She finished the whole thing? Holy cow.
Are you sure you don't want more? You always wanted more.
I'm satisfied. Because, you know,
Dun dun dun.
Hey, wait.
so, Yakumo, there's something I'd like you to do for me.
No good grief. No way. Come on.
Do you remember how you used to hold me when I was little? Could you?
Come on, Yakumo, get in there. What are you doing? You don't even have to simp for her. You just gotta walk over and give her a hug. There you go.
Is this all right?
It's perfect, bro.
Perfect.
I told you. If only
Thank you.
this could have been a thing.
Emily.
Yakumo, you know, I've always, Yakumo, I've always.
Now, in every other scenario, this would be horrible. But since we know we're gonna save her, it's all okay. We don't have to cry. You don't have to hear me cry on video. You don't have to hear me cry ever. So it's very good. I approve. Don't worry, buddy. We're on the way with the E key. All we gotta do is click it once, and poof, she's back. And as you see, we're still watching cutscenes here. It's been let's see here,
What?
about 10 minutes of cutscenes. So yeah, it's like I said, it's a very, very long set of cutscenes. Oh, the 3rd generation revenants. Let's take a screenshot of that. I read these every now and then, because they have the 2nd generation, 3rd generation, and 4th generation descriptions, and I have the 3rd and 4th now. I don't think I have the 2nd generation revenant description. Yay! Hello there, kitten. So since we get the blazing claw from this fight, it's great to get a sword like that from such a good fight.
Welcome back.
Good to be back. I'm still in the same form as I was before.
The two of us are finally together again. That's all that matters to me.
Me too.
What were you going to say earlier? You know, you were saying something.
Oh, well. You won't laugh.
Why would I?
I'm not sure what her cat ears do, as they're solid chunks of steel.
Always loved your onigiri. I can't get enough. That's all.
Oh, come on, Emily. It's 2020.
Wow, you're in luck.
The world's disappearing
Because
quick.
for you, I'm happy to make as many as you like, as often as you want.
Good. I'll be waiting.
Man, she just needs to get in there. And as you see, the crystal lattice is still up, since the successor is not dead, and has not turned to ash or frenzied at all, beyond into awful lost. So her lattice is still up.
Thank you,
Everybody's
Emily.
lattice is still up except Valerio's after the
You
despot.
got me in your pocket now.
That was one we saw
You're already
collapse.
carrying a lot on your shoulders. Let's carry it together, okay?
Thanks, Yaka, bro.
Well, time to move. Come on. Let's get going. Just you wait. I swear, I'll make that bastard pay for what he's done.
Dun dun dun. Foreshadowing. Actually, I'll make it pay. I'll make him pay in a very, very, very painful way. It'll be quick and painful, and more cutscenes. So I hope you tuned in tonight or today for the Code Vein movie.
That was such a moving scene. In fact, I almost found myself laughing.
Oh, Mido.
You, Mido.
You Mido. What a slam.
Interesting. I don't see little Jack anywhere. Dealing with the successors was supposed to be his job.
Saves us a search anyway. Your ass, pal!
I love the pause mid-air anime strike, where their body just simply levitates in one place instantly somehow. Kind of neat.
Impressed. My revenants have been gifted with the power of the relics.
Ooh.
I must say, I'm grateful to the children, Yakumo. They were excellent test subjects.
Damn you!
That sucks. Yeah, Jack. Ooh. That right hook to the gut.
It's no good.
Jack, my boy, you're late. How can you be slacking off when you've got such an important job?
I'm here to take back all of the relics you stole.
Oh, and do what with them exactly? After all, your vessel is broken.
What are you talking about?
Oh my, you didn't notice? I gave your precious Eva a little present. You're under the impression that you allowed her to escape. That is incorrect.
Mido is such a bad guy.
I allowed her to escape.
That's...
Like, he's literally a really bad dude.
I installed a prototype in that lovely throat of hers.
But then, that means she was already...
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Damn you!
I imagine that she'll frenzy before long, and a frenzied relic will be compelled to seek Gregorio.
Oh.
Do you suppose she's already wandering the snow-capped mountains?
Man,
No! I'll destroy you!
those guys are everywhere. They just show up in an instant. My goodness.
Do go and see to the successors, won't you? As for me, I must say farewell to a certain dotard.
And poof.
Get back here, you coward! It can't be. Eva!
Jack is pretty protective.
I have to go find her.
So as you see, she didn't frenzy on her own based off of Mido's description there. So she is indeed in problem here with frenzy. Hello.
I'm doing Thank you for saving me. Knowing that what I did wasn't for nothing. That alone is enough to make me happy. I might be able to leave this place one day. I gave up hoping for it a long time ago. But now, maybe I can do more
Don't
than
give up.
hope.
Yeah. Don't give up ever. Don't ever, ever, ever give up. Okay. So now you see that little person that showed up on the map there, EOSB. So you see here this little person right here. This is Sophie, and this is her quest, and she's way out of the way here. So it's kind of annoying that that she's so far away that we have to go back to the city entrance, and then we have to teleport back here, and then we have to teleport back to the city entrance. It's like, I don't understand what this buys us, but okay. We are gonna do it anyways. And let's get our missile route ready. Now this is where having a missile route is actually helpful and useful.
This ladder is new to me.
Is it? Well, get used to it because we're going to see it a couple of times here. So now that we have access to another of Sophie's quests, it is faster to missile route back to the accumulator ruins and then come back through here. However, if we missile route now, we go back to the city entrance and then we can teleport directly back to the successor. Hello,
Heading
Sophie.
there now. Well, here's a puzzle. How do I get past this point? Oh, hello again.
You wander through the hallway.
The laboratory that I ran away from is this way.
Hmm.
I'm so nervous about getting spotted that I haven't been able to take a step forward. It's pathetic. I want to investigate the successor traces past here. But how will I investigate?
Okay, so now we missile route back, and then we head over to the successor's crypt, and then we head back here again. So it's kind of a long mission simply because of the menuing and the clicking, not necessarily because of actually doing anything, which is kind of strange, but it's what it is. So the City of the Falling Flame, as a summary and a recap, I guess, it didn't prove to be too problematic. We got through it fairly well, except for that one kind of freak death there that we had against the ball, restanding us into the flame over and over and over because of the collision detection between our character and the ball. But that's okay. We took it as a just an honorary death. There's no way that we could get through here as a deathless, right? You all know that I'm not that good.
I'm doing just fine, thanks to you. I wish there was some way to thank you. I know. How about I give you this? I think it'll be alright if you take this outside. I'd be happy if it helps you out somehow.
Well, thanks, Emily.
How do you like exploring?
And you can see there, we get some items, claw touched order. So these items and the different things here that we pick up, they definitely are interesting items to say the least. But you know, we can't do anything with them except give them to Sophie. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Now we'll go through the accumulator ruins, as this is a little bit faster to get up to her, and since we don't have to come back this way or anything at all, this will be a little bit faster here. Okay, so it's good that we're actually cleaning up a whole bunch of these missions as we go, and we've got more episodes committed to and dedicated to finishing up missions and depths maps and such, more so than actually proceeding the storyline. So kind of funny that way. Okay, and this fella, we can just ignore him, as he won't follow us up the stairs here because of the mist barrier wall. Okay, and here we go, and we come up and we find Sophie. So see, that was a little quicker.
Thank you so much. I really didn't want Mido to find me. Yes, it was. I couldn't stand his methods anymore, so I left. He is looking for a way to control the lost and successors who are in a state of frenzy.
Ooh.
To do that, he artificially creates lost and forces relics into them, regardless of their compatibility.
Forces relics into
failure,
them.
and I had to watch as he discarded mutated subjects day after day. I do not disagree with Mido's stance that we need a method for resisting the horrors. The problem is in his experiments. He treats revenants as nothing more than guinea pigs. And I ran away, unable to do anything to stop him, which makes me just as guilty. So, now I'm hoping I can atone somewhat by finding some way to resist without making any more sacrifices. It's optimistic, I know, but...
Sophie, I don't know about that, if you're actually to blame for the murder of many people, simply because you didn't resist him. I'm not exactly sure about that. but okay. Alright, so that will bring us to the conclusion here of the City of the Falling Flame, and we will pick up in the Crown of Sand and such in the next one, and we'll be finishing up again more missions as we find them. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.